exercise I can't pretend I invented it by myself, but I found it on Udemy. So Udemy always make an announcement like this. So I thought it will be great if I explain to you how to make something like this. So here it is. It's like an announcement for an offer. It can be created using HTML, but it will need to be updated manually every day. You have to update the number of remaining days and also what will happen if this offer is expired. You have to remove it manually. So the idea is using HTML to make the text, CSS to style it, and JavaScript to update the remaining days and remove it after the expiration date. The HTML structure will be a container div holding two divisions, one for the text and another one for the dynamic part, which is the clock and the remaining days. So let's get started. So here is the container div. And we start creating the first division and give it a class equal to first, and inside this class I will divide the text into two elements. So the first element will be strong, and let me type something, and the second element will be in span, and let me make the expiration date to be 21 of March, and here is the time for the last chance. So the first division now is over. Let me move to the second division. So the first element will be for the remaining days, and I will include within a strong tag. Give it a class equal to, for example, let we make days, but not class. It should be ID. And then let we make another element for the clock. So I will include within a span. So now let me save and see the result. Let me add some styles for it. So for the whole container Let we add a background color and add text align and make it center and add padding 10 pixels. Then for the first division, let we add a font size and make it 20 pixels. And for the second division, let we make padding top 5 pixels. So let me save and see now. Nice. But let me remove the margin from left and right for the whole page. So here asterisk and make margin 0. Nice. So here is the text, and below will be the clock and also the remaining days. But of course it's not appeared now because we didn't create it with JavaScript. So like what we have created in the HTML code, JavaScript will control the second division. We will create two functions, one for the clock and another one to get the remaining days. So let me get started. So let me create the clock function and let me call it get time or call it clock as you like, and then it will define a variable x and equal to new date. Then inside the clock document dot get element by id and the clock dot inner html will equal to x dot to local time string, which is a function that brings the local time for your country. So now let we call the function but give it an event set interval, so it will be updated 1 second. So set interval and then the name of the function, which is get time, and then the number of milliseconds, so we want to update it every 1 second. So let me save now and check. There's something wrong. I guess the wrong will be here, uppercase letter L. So let me save and try again. Nice. So here is the clock, but if you notice that the clock appear after 1 second, so to avoid this I will set timeout and make it appear after 0 seconds. So the name of the function get time and then the number of milliseconds and make it 0. So let me save and see. So it will appear once we reload. Nice. Now let we move to the function which will get the remaining days. So let me make it here. So function and call it get days. So I will define a variable and also call it x equal to new date, because get time and get days are different functions, so we can repeat the variables. It's okay. And I will define another variable and call it d1, which will be the start, and it will equal to x dot get date. So this function will get the date of today and then define the end. So variable and day 2. So today is 20 of March. I want it to be expired, for example, tomorrow. So it will be 21. So this function get the number of the day, which is 20, and day 2, which is the end, will be 21. So now let me make a difference to get the remaining days. So I will define a variable and call it difference, and it will be equal to day 2 minus day 1. So now we have the remaining days. So the rest now is to display it within the remaining days element. So document dot get element by id, and the id is days dot inner html will equal to the difference, and let we add a text, but let we make space, then add the text days left. So now let we call the function. So the function called get day, get days, and let me save now and try. So here is the remaining days, 1 day. What if we want to expire this offer? 22. So let me try. The remaining days is 2 days. Nice. So it's quite similar what you can see on Udemy. But let me just add some styles for the clock. I just will change the font size. So I want to make it smaller than this. Nice. But I think if we make it less, let we add some styles for the number of remaining days. So hashtag days, and let we add a font size and make it 20 pixels. Nice. So here is the whole announcement. It's quite similar what you can see on Udemy. So now just remaining, what will happen if the number of days will be 0 or less than 0? We should remove this offer. So let me try here to make the end less than the start. So for example, let me make it 19 and see. So minus 1 days left. It's not make any sense. So let me check if the difference less than or equal to 0. In this case, remove the announcement. So document dot get element by id, and the id is container. Change the style from display block to be display none. So let me save now. So now minus 1 is less than 0. So if we reload, the announcement will be removed. But if we change the end to be 21 again and reload, so here is the announcement. If it's 20, it will be removed. So here is the whole idea. Feel free to add your own style. So I hope this exercise helpful and useful for you. So good luck and see you.